Coach Morris said after the game that you guys as a staff were proud of the way Ben played. Once you looked at the film, what did you see that you hadn't seen from the box upstairs during the game?
Yeah, what I liked about Ben was, and a kid in that situation, going back to his hometown, first college start, he could have very easily been nervous and all that, but I mean, he went out there, first play of the game, hit a big play to Cortland, and he just showed, he showed that he wasn't scared at all, and I think that was the biggest thing. He had no fear, went out there, he let it loose. We told him we're going to be aggressive in the game, and we were. And, we needed to hit a few more to help him out, and some guys could have made some plays to help him. But I was very pleased with him. I thought that he missed a couple throws, but going back and looking at it, we got to make those plays. That was one of our keys to victory. Our playmakers had to make plays and put in the situation to do it. And, so I was really pleased with Ben. Do we have to get better? Yeah, we got to get a lot better. We can't miss red zone throws that are open. And we definitely can't turn the football over in the red zone. So that's some of the things that he took and he'll get better at as the season moves along.
Going from a senior quarterback to a redshirt freshman, how did your preparation and conversation with him differ from what you do with Matt?
Well, there are two different styles. So our style changed a little bit when Matt went out, and getting ready with Ben, we just had to tell him this is your first start. And I mean, he knew all that. It's just a matter of him, whether he was going to be nervous or poised or all that stuff. And he did a good job being poised. But, he's going to be fine moving forward. We're really excited that the direction we're going with him as our quarterback now and the different things we're going to do with him. It's a little bit different than what we were doing with Matt. But looking forward to moving forward with him.
Cortland Sutton and James Prochet had 13 catches between them. No other wide receiver caught a ball. Are you content to just feed those two guys if that's what the defense gives you, or is it important to you to get more guys into the receptions category, and how do you do that?
Yeah, it is important that we include everybody. I mean, it takes more than just two guys, and it wasn't by design. We threw the ball to other guys. We just didn't make any plays on the ball when we were given a chance to. But moving forward, I mean, that was a part of our plan for the Baylor game. We felt like we had to max protect a lot of the time. Only get three receivers out in the route, just to give Ben a chance to get the ball off against all their mug looks they were running. And I thought our pass protection was tremendous. I mean, I thought our running backs did a great job. Our offensive line did a great job. Really, the only sack we gave up was by the tight end, and that's a position that has to come on. We have to be better with that position. That's what makes this team go, is that position. So, but overall, like you asked, we want to get the ball to more guys, yeah, but a lot of it by scheme against Baylor was only three-man routes, and when two of those guys that you mentioned are two of the three, it's a high percentage they're going to get the football.
How much does it help having a really diverse group back there? I mean, you've got powerful running backs and you've got pocket passer too.
Yeah, we're starting to put pieces together. We're coming along at running back nicely. Those guys are still young players. They're going to make young mistakes, but it's just about how to try to eliminate as much as you can. But we're also coming on at receiver too with James and Myron. Shelby played good without the football. No, he didn't catch anybody. Played good without the football. So we're definitely coming along. Like I said, we just need to challenge our tight ends a little bit more, to be more productive, to be more physical, and that's really the only area that we're lacking in right now is that position.
You mentioned the tight ends. Keith Gunn moved over from the defensive side to now coach your tight ends. What does he bring to that position?
He brings toughness. He brings a knowledge of coaching that position, whereas last year, we had our GA coaching that position, and he did a good job, but it's really hard. It would be hard for me to go coach offensive line because I never played that position, and Keith played a little tight end back in the day and understands the position. So I think that's really helped those guys in the long run in terms of technique, and now they just got to go do it. They got to be physical. And they gotta take it upon themselves that this is the most important position outside the quarterback on our team, and we need to approach every day like that.
Ben was one of the first players y'all signed when y'all arrived. He's one of many freshmen and sophomores that are on the offense. Is that kind of representative of where y'all are going right now as a program?
What do you?
In terms of like a youth movement and young players getting into positions to play?
Yeah, right now we're just really young across the board. From a depth chart standpoint, we only have 2 seniors on offense right now, and that's Chauncey Briggs, and that are playing. That's Chauncey Briggs and Jeremiah Gaines. So we're just trying to get our guys that we feel like are our best players out there and play them as much as we possibly can. Right now, like Coach said, we're very depth depleted at the quarterback position from a scholarship standpoint. So, Ben's the next guy. We felt like he had won the backup job in fall camp, and we went with him as our quarterback.
You mentioned the pass protection. When you and Coach Fry grade the offensive line, was there a significant difference in their performance in Denton versus at Baylor? And
Yeah,
what were the changes?
I definitely think we got a lot better all across the board on the offense. We did get better from game 1 to game 2, and that's what Coach Morris's challenge to us is he wants to see us get better from game 1 to game 2. And for the offensive line not to give up a sack, I think that shows itself that shows for itself that we got better up front. They did a great job in pass protection, man. Baylor has tough looks, and did they give up some pressures? Yeah, but we still were able to get it out. And some of the pressures were the free rusher. They're bringing 7, we only got 6 to block them. And so that was a couple hits on Ben with that. Ben knew going into the game he was going to get hit on those looks. It was just a matter of getting it out and trying to give our playmakers a chance to make a play. But been very pleased with our offensive line. We got to continue to get better. They did a great job picking up movement in the run game, which I thought was going to be tough on them. But I thought we ran the ball fairly well without our starting running back out there as well. So very pleased with those guys up front.
I know Ryan Becker was listed as a starter in here. What has he shown you guys throughout fall camp and as you've gone into season practice? He's never learned that.
Well, Ryan shows that he's physical. He's not the best route runner. He's not, he's going to screw up a little bit where to line up and all that kind of stuff, but he's physical. He plays to the echo of the whistle. If you go back and look at some of the plays that he's been in there the past 2 games, I mean, he's almost Michael Oren people, out of bounds, blocking him so hard that they get so mad at him just blocking to the echo of the whistle. So his physical mentality has been very big for him, and it's able him to get a lot of playing time early on. We need everybody in that group, in that room, to be as physical as he is, and then also be able to run pass routes and catch the football out of the backfield.
Considering Ben hadn't taken a snap in a game in close to 2 years, what surprised you the most about his performance Saturday? The way he was out there, the way he was calm on the headset when I get a chance to talk to him, and he was really calm. He was in tune to the game. Talked to him after the game. He was disappointed, obviously, in the outcome. He really wanted to go home and win that one for his family and his friends back home and for the team. But he was upset about that. But he just told me, Coach, it feels good to be sore again after a game. I mean, to feel like I actually played and to have bruises and to be sore enough to where I got to get treatment. And he goes, that's what I missed. And that's what he missed. He missed getting hit. He missed, just the feeling of I played a game last night, feeling. And that's what's, pretty cool to me is that, he missed the part of getting, not injured, but getting hurt and getting beat up a little bit. He missed that part. So he's a tough kid. He stood in the pocket well early on. And took some big shots from some Big 12 players. So. He did a good. He did what we needed him to do. We got to help him out. The guys got to make some plays, and they will as we move forward. When you get Xavier Jones back, do you envision a fairly even 3-man rotation, or do you see it more like North Texas, where there's 2 with a change of pace guy thrown in sporadically?
Well, I think the best players got to play. I think we got to try to keep them healthy. Obviously, early in the season it's hot, and we got cramps. We got in the first inning we had a lot of guys cramping. So we would like to play early in the season at least until the weather cools off, a little bit, to where we're getting a good rotation, keeping some guys fresh. Obviously, we would like to have had Xavier other night against Baylor, but he was unable to go. So we got to continue to bring on a lot of guys and see what they can do, because there's a long season. Never know what injury is going to happen, and at any position, that's why we got to be ready for whatever happens throughout the course of the year.